Come on. Ah, there it is. All right. This just showed up in the mail yesterday. Gloomhaven, Button and Bugs, and Gloomhaven. It must be a giant box, right? Actually, it's not. My camera's just really close to the table. It's tiny. It fits in the palm of your hand. So, Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. I like how they got the proportions of a Gloomhaven, Frosthaven, so it looks like it, just a lot smaller. This is a miniature Gloomhaven, solo only. Haven't tried it yet, since, well, it just came in yesterday. Oh man, hang on. There, that's better. Alright. Need my booze in close proximity. Oh, there's some glare. That's alright. Makes my drink look shiny. Alright, so Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. Let's see, we have these, instead of drawing cards, to determine hit modifiers, you roll a die. Every time there's an attack, this is going to move down. Well, an attack from an enemy or an attack from me. This thing moves down, and whether you roll a minus, plus, or circle, or 0, whatever that's supposed to be, we'll say 0, positive, negative, or neutral. How about that? Depending on which row you're on, you just read the result off of there. All the same things you would get in a deck of attack modifiers in Gloomhaven or Frosthaven. At least before any other extra things get added in. Where are those other cards? Here they are. There are 6 characters to choose from, and each one, as you level up, you'll change your thing on there. So let's see. So a brute, well, maybe not the exact same character, but that's whatever they're called. That's the something brute. Enox? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Gloomhaven. But this is a bruiser. Anyway, you get the bruiser, you get up to level 2, which just means you've advanced and far enough along in the scenarios. Then you slot that in, and now you have new modifiers, and it goes up to level 5. So yeah, you have same logo, whatever, as the brute, and then you had the poison knife person, whatever that one was called. Spellweaver, I believe. What was that one called? Tinkerer, I think. Mind Flayer. And Cragheart. Or am I thinking of ones I saw in here? Oh, well, Spellweaver, Tinkerer, yeah, those are the same. Mind Thief. I think I said something else. Silent Knife. Bruiser. Wait, am I missing one? Yes, because it was on top. Cragheart. But I feel like all these except the Bruiser have the same name. Well, I don't know if Silent Knife was the same. Anyway, we have those characters to choose from. They have a complexity level. They have their 3 lows, a medium, and 2 highs. I mean, since I've played Gloomhaven quite a bit, I could probably do any of these, but I'm going to take, because I like the character, the Silent Knife. Stabby, stabby, poison character. Can go invisible. Alright. Let's see. The enemies will have these little boards. Probably won't need 4 of them if I do just a couple scenarios right now. Alright, but with Silent Knife, we have the ability cards. Works a little bit differently from Gloomhaven. You only get 4. Let's see, you have the 4 level 1s, and then every time you move up a new level, you can replace one of these with the upgraded card. So there are 4 of those. You only go up to level 5. So at level 5, you'll have these 4 instead of these. So it says on here what upgrades to what. So for example, Smoke Bomb upgrades to Long Con. They're probably all in order because I haven't really done anything with these yet. So yeah, right now I have Smoke Bomb, and that can upgrade to Long Con. They both make you invisible, but Long Con also gets whatever that element. Oh, here, we'll move them closer. There. Smoke Bomb adds 1 to your next attack while you're invisible. Long Con adds 2. It's also faster, or you move sooner in initiative, although 12 is going to beat pretty much anything anyway. Alright. So that doesn't do a whole lot more, but then... There. With this you can control one adjacent enemy to move one. Here... What is that one? Oh, disarm. You can disarm an enemy. Okay. Now, you only get 4 cards, but each one also has a B-side. Throwing Knives gets upgraded to Serrated Arrows, which looks like it's just a little bit better. Alright, well I don't need to go through all the cards. I haven't really looked at any of them. We'll find out as we play. So, Silent Knife. Okay, ability cards, and a bunch of tokens over here for when we need them. Well, not a bunch, a few tokens. And then a little tiny rule book. One thing I find kind of annoying, now granted, it needs to fit in this little tiny box, but this Learn to Play book, it's really just the basics, and it'll get you through the first scenario. But then there are a bunch of other things where, oh no, you have to go here, you have to go to Cephalofair's website to see the full rules. Which, I did that, to look at what it said on there. Because mostly it follows Gloomhaven rules, but there are things specific to this. I wish they would just give you a PDF you could download, though. I mean, it's nice and easy to use, the rules on there, but give me a PDF, too. Alright. Hang on, let me move one thing here. Alright, that's better. Okay. Alright, let's see. Icon reference? Sure. Now, the entire game, there are only 20 scenarios, although from what I understand, so you have scenario 20, showdown there. From what I understand, though, I think you only play 15 of them, because I think each one of the 6 characters has a scenario specific to that character, so the other ones wouldn't play it. So if I'm playing through the Silent Knife, there will be 5 scenarios in here I don't play, so 15 scenarios. Oh, and what Gloomhaven doesn't have, oh, it has a die. Alright, so let's see what this says. So the scenario deck. So we just flip that over and see what this says. And you gain, each of these cards, you have items that you gain. That shrinking feeling. What a time for Gloomhaven. First, a black tornado from the void nearly destroyed the city. Then, there were reports of the very essence of corruption trying to end everything, but all's well that ends well. And at the center of both events, Hale, a mysterious Esther, however you say that, who lives in a derelict tavern. The Crooked Bone. It is said she can turn anyone into a hero, exactly what you want to be. Sure, you don't have a lot of training, but put in front of the right adventure, you'd get the acclaim that is due to you. So, with that bold purpose, you step across the threshold of the crooked bone and... No, that's not right. Everything is growing. Why is the doorway so large? Why are you so small? Is this some sort of Esther enchantment? You've been shrunk. Play scenario 1, a rude welcome. And, so this card has 2 items. So I can choose one of these, and these are both, well, yeah, items. There's no armor in this game. There are just two-handed and one-handed weapons and shields and things like, well, stuff you carry in your hands, and then there are items. No boots, no helmets, no armor. So slim down there. But there are 2 different items here that I could basically choose from, but at level 1 I can only carry 1 item into the scenario with me. There's Bottle Cap Helm. During an enemy's attack, treat its plus attack modifier as a neutral. Treat its positive as a neutral. Well, I mean, that might be convenient if it's... That's me. If they're down here, and they get to might do double damage, well, I can instead flip that and have it do 0. Okay. Or... Sparrow Skull Helm. During your attack, gain advantage, which works basically the same as it does in Gloomhaven. Advantage, well, instead of drawing 2 cards and taking the better one, whatever row I'm on here, I would just roll twice and take the better result. Oh, and the die you roll, it does have 2 negatives, 2 positives, and 2 neutrals, so even odds for all of those. You know what? I'm going to go offensive. I'd rather gain advantage, so go for that. Alright, so that's my item, so I'll just put it... I'll put it like that. Or, nah, we'll put it there. Alright. Oh, what else do we need? Let's see. This is the health counter for me. Let's see. Silent Knife has 11 health at level 1. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, it's 2-sided. One goes 1 through 9, and the other one goes 10 through 18. Alright, so I have 11. Okay. Maybe this would be better under there. Oh, I know. If I've used it, I'll just slide it up, or we'll figure it out. Oh, and this is... Yeah, both of these items are, like, you know, these are basically helmets. Both of these items are ones that can be reused every time you rest. You can refresh them. Alright, so I have 11 health. Then there will be counters for enemy units. So at most you're ever going to face, most you could face is 4 enemies, because each enemy gets its own little dial there. So I should probably turn off the autofocus since I have the camera so close to the table. Hang on. No, I'll leave it in case I want to look at something closely. Oh, now I need to find the mini. Which one is that? They're so tiny. No. Oh, that's the Spellweaver. Oh, well, you can tell from the tail, that's the Mind Thief. Ah, that one's holding a couple daggers. That's me. There's the Bruiser and the Tinkerer. I've painted all my Gloomhaven minis. I don't know about these. They're so tiny. Ugh, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do that. Alright. Okay. So, scenario 1. A rude welcome. Got some fancy gear there. You whirl around, taking in your familiar yet unfamiliar surroundings. Oh, and this says level 1, and when I'm finished with this, I'll have a couple choices of one-handed weapons I can have. A knife or a knife. Well, not a knife. Venomous Fang. Ooh, add poison during your melee attack. But don't get this yet. Alright, so scenario 1, a rude welcome. Yeah. Got some fancy gear here. You whirl around, taking in your familiar yet unfamiliar surroundings. Your attention settles. Where did it go? On a scruffy character behind you, luckily on par with your diminutive stature. Nice and shiny, like it's never been used. Hand it all over and I'll let you live. Well, that simply won't do. Your gear is unused, but there's really only one solution for that. Well, the whole game, I mean, it's called Buttons and Bugs because... Shut up. The game's called Buttons and Bugs because you've been shrunk down to miniature size, and so... Well, I guess some of the things you're fighting are bugs, and there are... I don't know about the buttons, but yeah, you're shrunk down to miniature size. Like the game. Well, your Oh, is this after I win? This must be after I win. It says, your gear certainly isn't shiny anymore. Well, no, that would be after I fight. So, that's our scenario. Just fight whoever this is, which is Bandit Guard. That's the only monster. Or the only type of monster. So the monsters, there are this many different monsters, and they're all two-sided, and some of these are going to be bosses, I would think. Well, at the very least, the other end of the deck, there's Demon Prince. I'm guessing that's the very end of the game. But for now, Bandit Guard. So the way this works, a little different from Gloomhaven. We just slot this into one of these, and once I've picked a couple cards and determined my initiative, we roll a die, and that'll determine initiative of the Bandit Guard. So either 30, 50, or 70, and then the different attacks, whatever that are going to come with that. We'll just put it on neutral for now. So, there are only 3 things that might happen, and they're all right there in front of you, so you know what to prepare for. So the Bandit Guard will move 1 or 2 spaces and attack for 1 or 2 damage, and might shield itself. And it also has 1 shield all the time. Oh, and Bandit Guard, well, alright, so let's see. So, 2 Bandit Guards. Alright, this one's in blue, so we put the blue cube on that, and this one's green, so we put the green cube on that, and then, well, I start right there. Alright, and then there are green hexes. Those are obstacles. You can't move through those, but you can do ranged attacks through those. Orange ones are hazards. These each say they deal 1 damage to you if you move onto one of those spaces. Unless you fly over the space or jump over the space. Alright, so there are 2 enemies. They each get their own... Oh, I'm on standard here. You can also play on hard, very easy, and easy. And it just changes their modifiers. On very hard, they have very few... Oh, there's only one that subtracts 1 damage. Well, and of course the nullified damage, and then everything in the neutral adds damage. Everything in the positive adds 2 or 3 damage. Or the 1 double damage space. I don't think I want to play on very hard. Should I play on hard instead? Just to try it out. Why not? If I lose, I can always go down to standard. Alright, so we'll play on hard instead. And then, yeah, level 1, every hero has the same little board there. Alright. So they'll do 1 or 2 damage every time they hit, plus or minus modifiers on here. And now there are lots of pluses. Okay, but I need a blue and a green. They have 8 health each. I guess that one's blue. Oh yeah, this one's purple. Those colors are a little too close to me. Okay, so we have those, we have that, and I have my health. Alright, I guess we're good to go. Wow, that's so much quicker to set up than Gloomhaven. Okay, so on a turn. Alright, so they're going to have 30, 50, or 70 initiative, and who's 1? Green's one, so green goes, then blue goes each turn. So, well, I guess I already have them in that order. That's good. That'll make it easier. Yeah, you know what? I have plenty of space here. We can put that over there. It's nothing like Gloomhaven. Oh, yes, and I have... actually, I need space for the cards over here, and I don't need these, so let's just move that out of the way. Alright. So, every card has an A side and a B side. If you play a card on its A side, then it goes back into your hand and you turn it over to the B side. When you've played a card on its B side, well, then it goes in your discard pile. And then, once you're out of cards, well, then you can do a rest. You have long rest and short rest, just like in Gloomhaven, where you can regain some cards. Oh, looks like everything's at a bit of an angle here. Well, whatever. There. Okay. Alright, now back to this. Every card has... Yeah. So these are my 4 to pick from right now. And, well, there are these ones too. Some of those will have night stuff, okay, which I think is useful for invisibility. I don't know. Haven't really looked through these, so... Hey, only 4 to pick from, so that should make it easy. But if you have, B skills you really want to use, well, then you need to make sure you use up the A side, so you'll turn it over and then you have it. Well, let's not worry about that for now. We'll see what those are later. Alright, so Smoke Bomb. I can make myself invisible, and then they can't attack me. And then I'll add 1 to my next attack while I have invisibility, which will last until the end of my next round. So, I won't do anything right now. Let's see. I won't do anything right now in terms of attacking, but I'll have they won't hit me this round, and then I'll have 1 extra damage next round. Okay. Thief's Knock. The next time an enemy enters within 2 range of you, it suffers 3 damage. Alright. And then that one, you just hang on to it until... It says infinite. Can I just hang on to that the whole time? And every time they come into my range, they take damage? What's on the other side of that? Single out. Attack for 3 damage. If there's night element, whatever that was called, you can use it up and do 2 extra damage, so you do 5 attack damage. Alright, there's Venom Shiv, just attack for 3, and Poison. When someone's poisoned, then they take extra damage. Alright. Okay, and Quick Reflexes move to attack for 3. But when Thief's Knock also has, instead of a move action, you can attack. So I could combine these 2. So if I wanted, one thing I could do is combine these 2, and I'm going to have to look into this one. Because, yeah, it just says, the next time an enemy enters a hex. Well, okay. So I think it happens once and then it'll go in the discard. That would make the most sense. But I could put these 2 together and know that I'm going to go first, because 23, well, their lowest is 30. So no matter what, I can make it so I go first. And I can use this Quick Reflexes. Oh, and every time you play 2 cards, you have to do the top action from one and the bottom action from the other. For the most part, bottom action is moving, top action is attacking. At least that's the way it is in Gloomhaven. I assume it's still the same here. Seems to be the case, exception this one. This one has an attack in the bottom one. So if I use these 2, I can move and attack for 3 damage, and then attack again for 3 damage on this guy right here. Stay away from the blue one. Now, they do have 1 block. If I roll a negative, they'll get another shield, but that doesn't happen until they have a turn, I believe. So yeah, they won't have that yet. They will have this shield. Pretty sure that's right. So yeah, if I go there, he'll block 1, so I'll do 2 and 2 damage plus whatever I roll. So you expect this this one to be about halfway dead after that one attack. Then these will get turned over for the next round. Alright, so then they'll attack me. Well, this one will hit me. I'll take some damage. That one won't be able to get close enough to attack me. Other things I could do. This one, you can control one adjacent enemy, move one space. Oh, but I'd have to be next to him first. Well, okay. I can put these two together instead. I can walk over here, hit him for 3, and then make him move back into the hazard, but then he only takes 1 damage. No matter what they move, so, yeah. Okay. Other options. I can use quick reflexes to move over and hit him, but then I can also just use another card and move away from both of them, and then they can't hit me. Now, I think I want to kill one as quickly as possible. I like those two that hit him twice, do 2 damage each, plus or minus any modifiers, and I can give myself advantage. During my attack, gain advantage 1 time, although I guess I'd have to do that first. But one nice thing is, you know when there's a chance of missing and when there's a chance of doing double damage. Because once it gets down to this row, that's when that'd be a good time for getting advantage. So with this one, so you can deal double damage. Alright, we're going to use these two, and 23 initiative to go first. Yeah. Or, third option, although this would be slightly risky, is, I guess, these two. To do 3 damage and poison, and also 3 damage. And chance it and try to go last. But if they roll neutral, this guy will only move 1, and he won't be in range to hit me, and then I won't be able to move and do both of those attacks. So no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this and go first. So we'll move those other cards aside. Alright, so my initiative's 23. We roll their initiative. Minus, so they're on the 30. Okay, this is good, because they each only attack for 1, and they'll get shield, but that doesn't happen, I believe, until I go. I should pull up the rules, the full rule book real quick. Should have had that handy already. Alright, hang on. Let me just pull up that website. Let's see, cephalofair.com. /BNB, Buttons and Bugs. Read full Buttons and Bugs rules. Alright, so what am I looking for? I don't know what to look for. Initiative? No. Well, no. I don't need to look that one up. I mean, these are the monster actions. So, they move to attack for 1 and shield 1, but that doesn't happen until they go. So, no, I don't need to look that up. Yeah, they won't have that. All right. So, I get to go first. And I will move my 2 spaces over there using quick reflexes, move 2 and attack for 3. Now I'm attacking. I'm not going to use my advantage yet, so I just roll. And, well, I can get a -1, a +1, or +0. It was a plus. So I'm actually dealing 4 damage, but they shield for 1, so he takes 3 damage. So that is the green one. Green one goes down to 5. Then every attack That gets to move, so this time if I roll a plus, I'll do +2 damage. Alright, so now, well, we're doing Thief's Knock, and I'll attack for 3 damage. Now, I got a minus this time, so I'm only dealing 2 damage. That's too bad. Well, with a +2, maybe I should have taken advantage then. Nah, I'd rather do it on the next turn. Or wait until, or the next attack. Or maybe even wait till I get to here, but I can only use it once until I rest. So, yeah, we'll see. But I only deal 2 minus 1 because he has 1 shield, so he only takes 1 damage. Well, he's exactly where I would expect. Halfway dead. Alright, so that was my turn, and now they each get to go. So the green one goes first. Moves 2, but he's already next to me, so he's just going to stay there. Then he attacks for 1 damage, and he also has these modifiers. Get on there. He rolled a minus. Nice. So he does 0 damage, because he got a -1. Okay. And then he shields himself for 1, but that's going to go away as soon as the turn's over. Alright, and then the other one moves toward me 2 spaces, so he will move right there. And then doesn't get to attack, because it's a melee attack and he's not next to me. Okay, so now these get flipped over to the B side and join my hand. So what do I have available now? So Venom Shiv, I can hit for 3 and poison. That should pretty much guarantee that the next attack is going to kill him. I can single out... Oh, okay, so as long as... So the way I read it, as long as in my hand, it said if in your hand or in play you have an element symbol, or one of them does, then you have that element. It can be used once this round. I can consume this, so I think even if I don't play the card, I think if I play these 2 cards, I can if I play these 2 cards, I can consume that to attack for 5 damage. Oh, and I forgot to move this down after my second attack, and move them down. That's going to be important to remember every single time you roll the die, other than initiative. Okay. So yes, I think even if I don't play this one, I can consume that and deal 2 extra damage. So I can hit him for 5, he'll be dead. I feel like this mission is going to be pretty easy. Okay. But let me make sure. I want to check that. That one's probably in here, because that's something different from... No, that's not going to be in here. I don't remember seeing it. Alright, but I know where to look in the full rule book, so let me pull that up real quick. So what am I looking for? I am looking for... elements. Playing a scenario. Elements, page 16. Okay. An infused element is available as long as it is visible and has not been consumed. Hang on. Elemental infusions on your played ability cards in your hand and active area, as well as element infusions on rolled monster actions, are each available to be consumed once per round. So yes, I think this is my hand, is these 4 cards. So the ones I'm playing, nope, even something in my hand. So as long as I'm holding on to this and don't use it, which will heal me. Ooh, move and poison someone. Range 1. Okay, so adjacent. I guess since it's not an attack, it specifies with that. Alright. Anyway, as long as I hold on to that, I have that available. But I'll play that at some point, probably. I don't know. I don't really need the heal. No, maybe I'll need the heal at some point. Currently I don't need it. And poison somebody. Well, poisoning's nice. Which one was that? Oh, quick reflexes. That was nice. Alright. Oh, so this is dark element. There's dark, light, earth, air, ice, fire. Okay. So yeah, these are what are in my hand right now. So I don't want to hang on to that. I want to use that and just finish that guy off. So that'll do, he only has 4 health. That'll do 5 damage. Now, I could do no damage, so I'll definitely be using this so I can gain advantage. Then I only have a 1 in 9 chance of nullifying all the damage. Okay, and then after that, I will want to do what? Well, the blue one's not going to be able to get to me yet. So if I do that, I don't want to use this. I could easily go early again. I could control him and move him onto the hazard just to deal 1 damage to him. But that uses this up, and then I don't. That uses this up, and then I don't have this, so that I'll deal extra damage while I'm invisible. I don't know if I care. I'll want to go poison him in a little bit. Oh, and then every card, just like in Gloomhaven, for the top part, you have this action, or there's always a default. You can just attack an adjacent enemy for 2 damage. The bottom action, you can do whatever's here, or there's always the default, just move 2 spaces. Alright, so let's see. So yes, I think I'm going to do that, and then I don't want to use this. Yeah, I may as well hit that guy for 1 damage, so I'll do those 2. And then this one, after I use it, that'll go to my discard, and then this will get flipped over to the B side. Alright, so I'm using those 2. And, well, initiative doesn't matter whether I take 11 or 12, I'll be going first. Oh wait, and I want to plan for the next one. So he'll move, well, if I move him to here, he needs 3 spaces to get over to me. Although I can also move. So if after I kill him, with that, hopefully, if I then move over here, or maybe I can move somewhere to be farther away so he can't reach me next round. Let's kill them all without taking any damage. Probably not. Well, yeah, because I won't be able to go invisible. Alright, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so I'm going to do that, whatever, 11 or 12. You know what, I'm taking 12 initiative instead of 11. Roll their initiative. 70. Alright, so move 2 spaces and attack for 2 damage. But he won't be able to get to me. And green one hopefully is dead. Okay, so now I am going to, actually if I don't kill him, if I can get him down to 1 hit point, I can just move him into a hazard. Oh, I didn't pay attention to this. Control 1 adjacent enemy. So no, I can't move the blue one anyway. Alright, well that's good. If I don't finish him off with this, that should do it. Or actually, I guess I have to. The only way I don't finish him off with this is if I miss. So, no, I won't. Shouldn't be doing that part. Alright. So we're doing the attack first. I am consuming that, so I'm doing 5 damage, although he'll block 1. And they're going after me again, so... Oh, well, they don't get the extra shield action this time. Alright, so let's see. Oh, yes, and I was using advantage. I forgot to do that. So... Alright, so that got used. Huh. I guess that's the problem with rotating it. So you put it under here, that's fine, but then you have to rotate it. Put it down here, you rotate it, then you might confuse yourself on which item you had. I think I'll be able to remember, because you never have very many. Alright, so I was gaining it. I said I was going to gain advantage, so even though I already rolled a circle, well, I had meant to do that. Alright, so I got neutral and positive, so ooh, with advantage I get to take the better result, so +1. So 6, he blocks 1, 5, well he's dead. So he can go off the board. And then this moves. Now I have no threat of having a nullified damage. Okay, and then move 4, control 1 adjacent enemy. Well, I'm just going to move over here into the corner so that maybe he won't get to me next round. Alright, and then he'll move 2 and attack for 2. Well, he can't hit me because I'm not adjacent. So, alright, so now the B gets discarded. And this gets turned over to the B side. So what is this one? Oh, it's a more dark element. Attack for 2 damage. 2 targets, range 3. Or I can play this, negate the next the next source of damage you would suffer. Okay, block 1 attack. But the throwing knives, you can do that at range. I can hit him from where I am right now. He's 3 spaces away. Ooh, booze. And let's see. I might not be going first. If he rolls a minus for initiative, he goes first. Because even my fastest one is behind him. That's fine. I want to let him go first anyway, because I want him to... He might only move 1 space, and then he won't attack me. Alright, so let's see. Well, if I want to make sure he goes first, I can have my throwing knives. Or I probably want to poison him. Although, if he moves first, I will be able to poison him with this. That'll poison an adjacent enemy, and he might not be adjacent, though. Alright, if I instead... Well, there's a 2 in 3 chance he'll be adjacent. And if he's not, then I'll just poison him on the next turn with that. Okay. Alright, we'll use those 2. Okay, I'm doing 85 initiative, so that he gets to go first. Let's see what his is. 70, so he stays on there. Alright, he moves 2 spaces and attacks for 2. Alright, so he moves over here next to me and he attacks for 2. Let's see, with one of those, ooh, he can attack for 4 damage. If he gets a plus, nope, he got neutral. So add 1 damage, so he hits me for 3. Now, if I want, I can avoid damage by, discarding 2 B cards from, I guess just from hand. Couldn't discard these. You can discard 1 A card from your hand, or 2 B cards from your hand, to negate a damage. Well, not 1 damage, but to negate 1 attack from them, or 1 time that you would suffer damage. But I don't want to do that. So I take 3 damage. I'm down. I guess I need to go over the other side. I'm down to 8. Alright. So I have 8 health. That's fine. And then he's all done. So now I get to attack him. He does have his 1 shield. Well, I'm doing this action first. I am poisoning him. And that lasts until he heals. And poison just causes him to take 1 extra damage each time. So basically, cancel out his 1 shield. Alright, so that was that. Well, I'm not doing the moving part. I was just going to poison him. And then, alright, I'm going to attack. Oh, but now now this is a ranged attack. I'll have disadvantage. Oh well. So yeah, well, if I had done this one instead, though, I would not have been going second. Alright. Okay, so I'll attack 2 targets within 3 range, but since he's adjacent to me, if I really wanted, I could have moved instead onto the hazard, but then I will take damage. Although, wait, hang on. So when I poison him, maybe I do want to move. So if I move like this through the hazard, I'll take 1 damage, but then I won't have disadvantage anymore. Although that is just for this 1 attack. Yeah, why not? Alright, I'm down to 7. Alright, so range 3, that's fine. Alright, so now I'm attacking. I don't have disadvantage. Disadvantage, you would roll the die twice and take the worst outcome of the 2. Did I move this? No. Alright, well, I got a minus. So disadvantage wouldn't have mattered. Alright, so I lose 1 damage, so I'm only doing 1, but he blocks 1, although he's poisoned, so he takes 1 damage. He's down to 7. Okay. Oh, and these were both Bs, so after I discard them, I'm going to have to rest. Ah, I wasn't thinking about that part. Okay, well, that was it for me, right? Yes. So these are going to go over here. And now, I can do a short rest or I can do a long rest. On a long rest, every card from discard comes back to my hand and they go to the A side, but then I get to choose 1 card to lose. And then I don't have it anymore for the rest of the scenario. Or I can do it, oh, and I would heal myself and I refresh items. If I do a short rest, do I get to refresh these on a short? It'll be quicker to look at full rules. Well, I'm not doing a short rest, so I'm not going to look at right now anyway. On a short rest, you do the same thing with the cards. You get them all back, but then you randomly lose a card. And then you don't heal. You may or may not get your items refreshed. But a short rest, it doesn't take up your whole turn. I'm going to do a long rest. So yeah, I get all these cards back, but then I have to choose one. I'm losing. I don't know. I can, with the poison there, you know what, a couple attacks. Well, no, where's the one? Alright, that one. I could just start off, do the same thing as how I started off the game, this scenario. Attack, attack, extra damage with poison, although he'll have shield. So I want to keep both of these. So I'll just get rid of one of these. I'll get rid of this one. Smoke bomb. Alright, so that one's lost. I don't have it anymore. Next time I'll plan that out better. Basically, I had 1 turn less than I could have had because I didn't even play one of the cards. That one. Okay. So, my long rest, this is my entire action, is the rest. So I have initiative 99 for this one. So now, oh, and I heal for 2. I think it's 2. It's 2 in regular Gloomhaven. Let me make sure. Rulebook. Rest. Resting. Well, I'll definitely get my item back. Is that the right side? No. That was the right side. Yeah, heal yourself for 2. Recover your spent items, heal yourself for 2, and get your cards back. Short rest, you get all your cards back on their A side, lose 1 card at random. You don't refresh your items. Okay, so same as Gloomhaven. Same as regular Gloomhaven. Alright, so now I only have 3 cards. Okay, and... oh, but it's Bandit Guard's turn. I'm resting. Bandit Guard is moving... oh, how nice. Moving only 1 space. Actually, that's not nice. Moving 1 space and attacking for 2 damage. Now, he won't go this way because there's a hazard there, so he's going to go around the other way. So he's 3 spaces away from being adjacent, which is a shame because I wanted to do... which one? Both of these, and I'll only get to move 2 spaces, but I will hopefully go last. Alright, so my turn was, yeah, the rest, so I'm all done. He moved just 1 space, doesn't get to attack, so now next round. Alright, so I'm going with initiative 64. What does he get? Hopefully not the neutral again, because I want him to move. Oh no, hopefully not the positive. I just want him to go first. Neutral would actually be ideal. Well, I have to go first. That's too bad. Okay, so these are my two actions I can do. Unfortunately, I cannot attack twice. Can't do that attack at all. I'll have to use this to move if I want to get in range, and then, oh right, this one, well, I could do regular attack. Well, this didn't work out at all. Although, I may as well, since I'm playing these, I may as well use this. The next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 range, it suffers 3 damage. Damage being suffered cannot be blocked with shields, and poison won't enhance it. That's from attacks. So I may as well use that, and so I'll use this to move, and he's going to move 2 spaces, and then my other card I'll have will be Venom Shiv for next round. Maybe I just don't move. Well, alright, I'm going to move. Let's see. Yeah, I need him to move 2 spaces to be within 2 spaces of me. So, yes, I'm just not going to move. Oh, yeah, because he's going to move 2, so he'll move 2 here. That will trigger this. Okay, so I'll just basically waste this one. I'm not going to do the movement on it. But then this one goes into active. So next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 range, it suffers 3 damage. Alright, so this will go, it was an A, so now it gets flipped over to B for next round. And I only have those 2 cards, but I'll get this other one back as soon as it triggers. Alright, so now his turn. He will move 2 spaces to try to come attack me. Suffers 3 damage for getting too close. He's down to 4. And then that triggered this, so now this gets turned over to the B side and goes back to my hand. Alright, so I need to use this one. No attacks, I haven't had to do any of these things. Wait a minute. No, wait. There was an attack, I didn't move this. Alright, when I attacked and did no damage, I did not move this. Yeah, when I did the ranged attack. I hit the other guy 3 times, and I've attacked this one once. So yes, I've attacked 4 times. That should be right here. That's going to be the hardest part to remember, moving these every time. And I've only been... They've only tried to hit me twice. Yes, okay. So that one is in the correct space. Alright, so I have these. Well, I could end it right now. So Venom Shiv, or single out, I can deal the extra damage. But I need to use this one, otherwise I'll basically waste an entire turn. So I'll do these, and that should kill him. So I have that available. I can consume it to deal 5 damage, plus 1 for the poison, so 6. So no matter what I roll, he's dead. And I'll be going first. First scenario is pretty easy, even on hard. Not surprising, though. It's the first scenario. Alright, so I will use these. What does the Bandit Guard get? Neutral, so move 1, attack for 2 damage. But initiative 50, and I have 11, so I will move with Venom Shiv. 1 space. And use single out to consume that. So I'm attacking for 5 damage. Plus 0. Oh wait, you know what? I was supposed to use my item again to gain advantage, so I get the better of the 2 rolls. Hey, I got neutral both times. So plus 0, and then this would move. Well, that's fine, because it didn't matter. It was, what is it? 5 plus 1 minus 1, so 5. He's dead. Alright, we can reset these. Okay, so get all my cards back here. So that was scenario 1. No, that was my item. Oh, duh, it's right here. Scenario 1. Well, your gear certainly isn't shiny anymore. And it wasn't even particularly fancy to begin with. Come to think of it, or that was the same sentence. It wasn't even particularly fancy to begin with, come to think of it. Got the job done at least, but your situation is quite dire. You'll need to survive long enough to find how to restore yourself to original size, but for now, you'll need to deal with the vermling that just appeared. Read the Collector. Alright, and then yes, I have either one of these one-handed attack, well, or just one-handed items, I don't know, weapons, but they can be shields too, so weapons isn't the right word, whatever. One of these items I can choose, so I either have Venomous Fang, which I can use once, I can refresh every time I long rest, which can add poison to an attack. I like poison. Let's see, 11. Or Rose Thorn Knife. During your attack, you can spend frost or earth, not frost, ice or earth, to add 1 pierce. Yeah, no, we're going to go with Venomous Fang, at least for now. You can always switch it up later. Alright, read the Collector. So now we go back to the stack here. Okay, the Collector. And then Scenario 2. Took out the scavengers, I see, the Vermling offers. You're not the first to barge in on hail and get this less than ideal result. We've all been there. Some of us have realized the need to work together if we are to make the best of this. I assume you'd like to be big again. You nod. Then I have a proposal for you. During my time... What are we playing? This is Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. Right. It's Gloomhaven, but in a tiny box. Solo only. But it does much of the stuff of Gloomhaven, just on a much smaller scale. Anyway, back to what we were saying here. Then I have a proposal for you. During my time here, I have collected things that may be useful. You may borrow them, and in exchange, I will accompany you so I may expand my collection. I can also tell you that your best hope for escape is getting into the Crooked Bone and taking the issue up with Hale. Unfortunately, you look behind you to see the door to the road. Come on. You can now equip items during scenario setup. Oh. I guess I wasn't supposed to actually have this item yet. Well, it didn't tell me that before. Well, that's silly. It didn't say anywhere in there. Alright, so I wasn't supposed to have this yet, even though it gave it to me? Okay. Well, it wouldn't have made a difference. Let's see, I used it for advantage twice, and I don't think it actually did anything for me either time. I think both times I had this... Yeah, both times I rolled the same result on each die, so oh well. Play scenario 2, crossing the road. Alright, so now I have... Now I also have these items, although at level 1 and level 2 you can only carry 1 item. So I can only have one of these. Alright. Shrunken Weathered Boots. During your movement, add 1 extra movement. Old Spring. During your turn, add jump to all your movement. Okay. Alright, so jumping gets you over hazards and obstacles. Or enemies. I think I'll stick with the item I have there. So we'll just set this aside for now. Or you know what, I'll put it underneath. There. Sticking with Bottle Cap Helm. Okay, and then... Alright, and then I can carry 2 of these into battle, but I only have 1 card, so alright, Venomous Fang. You can have 2 one-handed items, or 1 two-handed item, and then half your level rounded up of whatever, bag items. So right now, yeah, I can have, well, just these. Okay, so scenario 2, crossing the road. Alright, well, I'll get another item after this. Scenario 2, crossing the road, level 1 still. Let's see, scenario 3, I'll be up to level 2. You can get into a window in the Crooked Bone by ziplining across from the Grumbling Garalev? Okay. The collector says. They point to another derelict tavern in front of you, otherwise known as Button's Kingdom. The collector hesitates, gesturing to a small crowd of bandits on the cobblestone street blocking your path. Also much less story than in regular Gloomhaven. Okay, so Bandit Guard, I already have that out, and Bandit Archer. Hey, that's the next one on there. Alright, need another one of these cubes. So Bandit Archer will do ranged attacks, 2 or 3 range on them, and deal 2 or 3 damage. Will only move at most 1 space. And has initiative 16, 31, or 40, so Bandit Archer goes fairly early. Okay. Alright, so let's see what the scenario looks like. Hey, there it is. Crossing the road. Alright, I get to go right there. 3 enemies, 2 archers and 1 guard. Alright, so this time I need purple, blue, and green. Three enemies to kill. Okay, and then blue and purple. It's blue then purple for the bandit archers. Bandit archers have 7 health. No shielding, so ideally take them out as quickly as possible. I would think this one first, then go for the purple one while green's making its way over to me. Avoid it. And Bandit Guard still has 8. And unlike regular Gloomhaven, the enemies don't get any stronger as you level up. I think it's more just that you'll face more enemies or stronger enemies. So there's no Bandit Guard leveling up or anything. On the other side is just a different enemy. Ah, King Button. Okay. Alright, so we have that. Well, if I move over and hit him, I'm not going to be hit by purple or green. So as long as I go early, which I easily can, earliest initiative on the Bandit Archer is 16, and I can go at 12 if I play Smoke Bomb. Or I could take my chances with 23. Blue might attack me, but purple will not. Okay. Alright, so anything else I need to do? Nope, looks good. Alright then. I guess it's time to fight. So, let's see. So, they pack a bigger punch than the bandit cards, but I just need to get over here and hit that one. Well, I have Venomous Fang that can poison somebody. I also have my Venom Shiv that can poison somebody. And then, yeah, I have my item that lets me gain advantage 1 time. Each of these refreshes when I do a long rest. So let's see. Well, I want to go early, so I'll do that. But that also means I don't get to use this as an attack and try to hit the Bandit Archer twice. Because I could move on to this hazard. I'll take 1 damage and I'll get immobilized. Well, that means this guy could probably come hit me. So, nah, I don't want to do that. So, yeah, we're just going to not use this one this time. Although if I'm using it just to go early, I can only do a regular 2 attack. Oh wait, I also have my 12. What am I thinking? 12 is the one I have to use. That's the one that for going early. I can move 4 spaces and control 1 adjacent enemy, move 1 space. So I can move over here and then move him onto here and immobilize him and hit him for 1 damage. Or make him suffer 1 damage. Okay, yeah. We'll do that and then an attack. So I could use my poison attack right now, or I could poison him with that. Or this one. Let's see. Quick reflexes? No. Alright, now we'll do Venom Shiv. Okay, I'm using those two going initiative 12 so that I get to go first. Now, I think I roll for each one. Or you're supposed to just roll once. I would think roll for each one. Alright, so Bandit Guard. Let me make sure. Wouldn't make sense to not roll for each one, but just to be clear, since this is not a normal Gloomhaven rule, this is buttons and bugs. What am I looking for? Start of round effects. No. Alright, for each monster type that has at least one monster on the board, roll the die. Yes. Okay. Alright, so Bandit Guard. We'll just go left to right. Bandit Guard gets neutral, so it will only move one space. Ooh, so I could have moved onto there and not had the Bandit Guard hit me. Although then I'd be in range of this one, probably. Alright, minus for them. Okay, so they will move... They go early, 16, but not as early as me. Move one space and attack for 2 damage, only 2 range. So yes, I actually could have done... what is it? Well, no, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to use this to move 4. Well, I will move 3. Control 1 adjacent enemy, move 1 space, so blue moves onto here, is immobilized, which lasts until the end of blue's turn, and suffers 1 damage. Okay, that was this, and then I get to do this action, so now I'm poisoning him as I attack him. So I'm attacking for 3. I'm not going to use my bottle cap helm here, so I'm attacking for 3. Don't roll anywhere near the card. There. Attacking for 3, I got +0. So I hit him for 3, and then he gets poisoned. But he only takes 3 damage on this turn. But now, future attacks will deal 1 extra damage, so he should be pretty easy to kill. And that's it for me. Alright, and then, so in order, it's going to be, let's see, they have 16 initiative, so they go first. Blue's going, then purple. They move for 1. Now he would try to move away to me, from me, so that his ranged attack doesn't gain disadvantage, but he can't because he's immobilized. So he's going to stay there and attack me. Oh, I did not move this. He's going to stay there and attack me, and he will only deal 2 damage. But he has disadvantage, so he rolls twice and takes the worst of the 2. So hopefully there's a negative in there. Hey, negative. So, hey, how about the other one? Positive. Alright, so he does -1 damage, so he only does 1 damage to me. Okay, and then the other one moves 1 toward me. There's a obstacle there, or hazard. Not hazard, obstacle, yes. But he is 4 spaces away from me, so he is not in range. So he does not attack. And then green will... now it is the guard's turn. He will only move 1 space. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 going that way, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. Well, he can go either way, so I get to choose. He's going to go this way. Wait a minute. No, it was 1, 2... Yeah, it was 4 either way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, he'll move to that one, but he's not in range to hit me. So that's it. Okay, these get turned over. Oh, I should move this up just a little bit, because I guess my cards were slightly off the screen there. Alright, so these are my available actions now. The earliest I can go is 23. But if I use that, I can hit him for 3 damage. That should kill him. I do have this available now, though, so now I can do a hit for 5. Oh, backstab. I didn't see this one earlier. That was from Venom Shiv, right? Yeah. So I never even saw that during the first scenario. Attack for 3. Add 2 if you have invisibility. Add another 2 if you have that element available. Ooh. Unfortunately, that was the one that turned me invisible. Well, now I know put these two together. Basically, yeah, use this one and some other one, so then you have B here and you still have A here. Turn yourself invisible, backstab. Or actually, I guess you could do that the turn before, turn them both over, and then you'll have backstab the next turn, because it lasts until the end of your next round. Well, unfortunately, I don't get that now, but I can at least get an extra 2 damage with it. Oh, but you lose that card. So as soon as I use this, if I use the ability backstab, it does not go to my discard, it goes to lost. Well, that'd be fine if I'm killing the last enemy. So I don't want to use that. I would only use it for a regular attack. So let's see, what else could I do? This has a ranged attack, so if I use this, I can hit this one, and then I can do a ranged attack and hit this one, maybe also this one if the archer goes before I do. I can attack both of them with this. That's a possibility. Quick reflexes. Or, yeah. Okay, I could use these two. Although, well, okay. I could use these two and make sure I go after the archer. Actually, no. 64 if this one rolls a plus. At 64 if it's a tie, I go first. Well, I could take my chances. 2 out of 3, I get to go last. Let him move a little closer, and then I can hit both of these. Although I don't really want them to go before me, because I want this one to just... No, I need to go first so I can kill that one. So, yeah, I want my 23 initiative. Alright, so I'm doing that, and I can do the attack, or I can use this one and let somebody come in range and suffer damage, although I don't really want to do that because then I don't get to attack him. So no, I'm definitely using this one, this side of it to attack, and then quick reflexes. I could go over and hit the guard, although I don't want to do that. I'd also have to go through the hazard and take damage. So yes, I guess throwing knives. Alright, so I will use those two with 23 initiative. Put those over here for now. Alright. And I forgot one thing. When the archer attacked me, I did not move this. At some point I'll remember to do that right away. Okay, so let's see. I'm at F23. Now we'll roll for Bandit Guard's initiative. No matter what, he's going after me. Positive, so he'll move 2 and attack for 2. Initiative 70. But he won't be able to get to me. Okay, and archers. No minus, no minus, no negative. Ah, negative. Archers are going first. Well, that's too bad. Now I don't get to use this attack, because he'll have already moved away from me. So that stays there. Alright, so they move 1, attack for 2 damage at 2 range. Well, good news is the purple one won't be in range to hit me. Only the blue one. But when I move over to kill the blue one, actually I can use throwing knives. Does he have 3 health? As long as I don't get a minus, I'll kill him. Oh, his immobilize is now gone. Anyway, throwing knives, I could possibly kill him with that. Because he's going to move Well, I can have him move here or here to get away from me, so he doesn't have disadvantage on his attack. But then, yeah, he's moving too. Yeah, if I move him down there, then I come down here after he's dead. Now this guy can get to me. Well, anyway, it's not my turn yet, so all right. So first, the archers. This one will move 1 space and then try to hit me for 2 damage. He doesn't have disadvantage this time. All right, so 0 plus 1 or plus 2. Plus 0. Okay. So he deals 2 damage to me. Oh, other side. And then that's it for his turn. And then the other archer moves 1 space to try to get into range. Still too far away. That attack, yeah, I'm 3 spaces away. The other 2 attacks would have been in range, although I would have moved, because I would have gone first. Alright, they're done. Now it's my turn. Alright, so I can use my throwing knives. I'll attack each one of them for 2 damage, although Bandit Guard blocks 1. Oh, darn, too bad. Venomous Fang only works on melee attack. So I couldn't add Venomous Fang to the throwing knives and poison the Bandit Guard. That's too bad. So yeah, I guess I'll do the throwing knives. I mean, my only other choice is to move down next to him and then attack. Doing just a normal move from one of these and a normal attack from one of these. Yeah. Oh, and then I have to use quick reflexes next round. Otherwise, I'm wasting a turn. Okay, so we will, yes, do that. Throwing knives. So what do I need to do? I need to do 3 damage to him, but he takes 1 extra, so I just need a +0. So +0 or +2. The bandit. Whoops, that's on the wrong side. That should be on, yeah, Sparrow Skull Helm. That was the one I used last time. That one I'll deal only 1 damage plus modifier because he'll block 1. So I don't need the +2 on him. Now I want to use advantage on one of these. Actually, during your attack, gain advantage. This is 1 attack. So I guess I get advantage on both of them. Yeah, I'm using my advantage now. Alright. So I'm going to use that to gain advantage on my throwing knives attack. And the +2 I want potentially on the bandit guard. So I'm attacking him first. I don't need... Yeah, I just need 0 on the blue one. So yes, I'll do that the second time. Okay, so I have advantage. I get to roll twice and take the better result. So... negative and neutral. Alright, so too bad. I got the +0. So I only deal 1 damage to him because he blocks 1. So Bandit Guard is down to 7. Okay, and then the Bandit Archer, I still have advantage. So now, well, if I roll 2 negatives, well, I didn't. Then I would do no damage. I got +1. Well, he's dead. Gave him 4 damage, only needed 3. Alright, so he's gone. Take that away. Okay. And then, how about movement? I mean, I can't do this action because there's nobody next to me. Don't have an adjacent enemy, so the only thing I can do is a standard move 2 spaces. I could stay here. I could move up next to the Bandit Archer. I'm just going to stay here. Alright, so since this one was B, it now goes into my discard pile. This one gets turned over to its B side, and now I have these 3 cards in my hand. Now I need to use this one next round. And then either one of these. Otherwise I'll be wasting around, Because if I use both of these, they'll both get discarded, and then I'll only have one card in my hand, and I'll have to rest. This way, I'll have to discard one and flip this to B, and then I'll get another turn before I have to rest. Alright, so quick reflexes. And do I want to go early? Let's see. I don't have dark element available anymore, so I don't get to add 2 extra damage. That's too bad. I think it's on the other side of this. It is. Alright, so if I do one of these attacks, well, okay, whichever one I use, next round I'll be able to do an extra attack, or do extra damage. Okay, so let's say, if I use these 2, I'm going very late. Probably after the archer. Let's see. Does it really matter? I don't think so. Yeah, I'd rather go early next time to finish off the archer. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll take these 2 and 62, 64. It's not going to make a difference. Okay, so I'll use these 2. All right, guard initiative. Oh, wait a minute. I did not move this. Guard gets a negative, so we'll only move, we'll move 2 spaces, but only attacks for 1, and we'll get an extra shield. And has initiative 30, so it moves before I do, but that hazard's in the way, so he's going to try to go around the hazard, and he will go this way, and then I'm going to go up here, keeping me farther away from him. Alright, yeah, I was hoping he'd go before me, and then Bandit Archer goes first. Alright, Bandit Archer, 16 initiative, moves 1, and attacks, finally in range, attacks for 2 damage, range 2. And what do I still have available? Venomous Fang. Alright. Okay, so we're on here. Is that right? How many times did I get hit before? Twice. That didn't get moved down either. Okay. Yeah, the blue one hit me twice. Yes. Okay. Or attacked me twice. Alright, so attack for 2 with modifier of could be negated. Nope, it is +1, so it hits me for 3. I'm down to 5. And that's it for the archer's turn. So now 30 initiative, it is the Bandit Guard. Bandit Guard will move 2. Quickest way to get to me is to go this way, so the Bandit Guard moves that way. Goes around the hazard. And can't attack me because I'm not because I'm not adjacent. Alright, and then it's my turn. I have these 2. Well, either one of these will hit for 3 damage. This one, if I use the move action, this one will give me retaliate till the end of the round. But well, this is the end of the round, so no, it's not any good. So either one, I'll just doing moving. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Attack for 3 or attack for 3 after I move. And yeah, alright, so I will move. I don't want to just move to there. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and now right here. Move with one of them. I don't recall any rules in movement about if you're adjacent to a monster being able to move to another adjacent spot. Let's just make sure. Movement. No, I don't want force movement. No, I don't want control. That's not what I was looking for. Let's see. Oh, that was forced movement. I want regular movement. Ah, move. Okay. Under move. Figures can move through allies, but cannot move through enemies' obstacles or objectives. A figure must always end their movement at an unoccupied hex. A figure must enter at least one hex to be considered to have performed move ability. All unspent movement points are lost at the end of a move ability. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. I don't remember in Gloomhaven if you could move like that or not. It's been a while. Alright, so I'm there from, well, either one of these. We'll say this one, and then I'm just going to attack. Well, I can move some more if I want, but I'm not going to do that part. I'm going to attack him for 3 damage, and I'm adding Venomous Fang. Alright, so there. Venomous Fang, so that's adding poison to the attack. So purple's going to be poisoned, and I'm hitting for 3 damage with this. I get a -1, so I only do 2 damage. But he's now poisoned. Okay, and then this goes here. This gets flipped over, and now I have these two. And then after this one, I'm going to have to do a rest. But I get to go first if I choose that. Oh, I can even heal myself, except no, I need to attack. Ooh, and I'll have this available, so it'll be a 5 attack on him. Oh, and this has to go down here. So even if I... Ooh, well, no. If I did a short rest right now, I could get my cards back. Well, then these flip over too, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do a short rest anyway, but this would be a good time for advantage to increase my probability of getting double damage. Alright, but I'll be able to deal 5 damage to him, +1 from the poison, so even if I roll -1, he'll be dead. Alright, so Archer's going to be dead as soon as I go. So I'll be attacking and then moving. Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. Let's get their initiative first. My initiative's 11. Guard. Okay, we'll move 2 spaces and go last. And I'm not going to be in range. Archer, 16. Well, I'm still first. Okay. So let's see. So I can attack. Ooh, I can poison somebody next to me. I don't think that's worth it. Because I can kill him and then... Oh, I can't make it to the guard to poison him unless I move down to the hazard. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll be attacking and then maybe just moving farther away from the guard. Because I'm going to be resting on the next turn. Alright, so attack for 5. No matter what I roll, he's going to be dead. Oh, and I did not move this on the other archer's turn. Eventually I'll remember to do that. Alright, so attacking for 5, because I'm consuming that. Double damage, 10 damage to him, plus the poison, that's 11 damage. Or is it, after I add on the poison, then it's double. Doesn't matter. Either way, he's dead. And I'm moving this right now. Ooh, next attack, I could lose 2 on my attack. Alright. Archer's gone. Now all we have left is the guard, and then I can just do, well, I can move 3 spaces. You know what? I'm going to move up to there, I think. He's going to move 2 spaces, so he'll move up to here. And then on the rest, when I rest, he'll move 1 or 2. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, yes, I'll move there. Okay, so both of these. Oh, so now it's his turn. He will move. Oh, he only moves 1 space. No, I want to move to here. Excuse me. He'll move 1 space. That's the shortest path to get to me. And then, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. No, he moves 2. There we go. So looking at the archer. How about we just take the archer's card away to not confuse myself. Right, so he moved 2. And then, alright, now these get discarded, and since I have no cards, I get to rest, and I'm doing a long rest. So I heal for 2, I refresh. my items, and I get all my cards back from discard to A, but I have to choose one card to lose. And now all that's left is the Bandit Guard. Let's see. Alright, now the big one is if I use this turn, I'll turn invisible. And Venom Shiv, then that'll go over there. Well, no, but if I'm invisible... No, that's not the one I want. Oh, yeah. Go invisible. Oh, but then this stays in the active. I think I can choose, though, to remove it from active. Well, okay. If I use this, I'll get one extra attack the next time, one extra damage on the next attack while I have invisibility. And then, well, backstab, I'll add 2 damage if I have invisibility. Although that's a single use card. I like all these. I think maybe quick reflexes. Although that one also lets me heal. Oh, but I have 7 health. I'm not worried about healing. Okay, we'll get rid of quick reflexes. So that one's lost. And then these are all on A. Alright, so I'll have only 3 turns before I'll have to rest again. Alright, so I did my rest. That's my long rest. That's going to be my whole turn. I get 99 initiative. Bandit Guard gets 70 initiative. He'll move 2 spaces toward me. There are hazards on, obstacles in the way, so he'll move here. Alright, and then there, that was my turn. And new round. Alright, so be nice to poison him. Might be a good idea to use advantage here because there's a 3-point difference between negative and positive. If I use smoke bomb and go invisible, if I use smoke bomb and go invisible, then he won't do anything to me. He will just sit there this turn. But then I won't get to attack him. Ooh, Thief's Knack would make him suffer damage when he moves within 3, so I could move away just a little bit and then use this so that it'll hit him for 3 damage when he comes close, which he will do on his turn. Well, not if... Well, no, I can't do both of these. I can't go invisible and do that. But if I make him suffer 3 damage, one more attack might finish him off. So if I do these 2, this one I'll get back right away, and then I can go early, and then, yeah, I can deal extra damage. Okay. If that's not enough, I'll poison him and hit him with the shiv. Okay, so let's see. I am doing these 2, and I'm taking, doesn't matter which initiative, because they're both lower than Bandit Guard's. Lowest Bandit Guard gets neutral. He will move 1 and try to deal 2 damage to me. But what I'm going to do, so this will work. Alright, so I'm going to do these 2. I'm going to move just 1 space, and then I think just, no, I'm going to move 2 spaces. No. 1 space only. And then activate this. The next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 hexes, it suffers 3 damage. This goes to my active. Okay, and then that's my turn. Bandit Guard will move 1 space. Shortest route to me is up here. He's now within 2. He suffers 3 damage, and that activates this. So now this is going back to my hand as a B. So he's down to 4 health. Okay, and well, he doesn't get to attack me because he's not close enough. So now that gets flipped over to B, back in my hand, and I can still go early with single out, which I want to do anyway because I want to hit him for 5. Negate the next damage you would suffer. That would be nice, except then I wouldn't be able to move. Alright, so we'll do single out and this one. Throwing knives. Do those two. Oh, although then I'll have just one card, and so, yeah, I'll have to rest. No, we'll do Venom Shiv and single out. Alright, just in case. It shouldn't matter, but just in case. Alright. What's he gonna get? Neutral again. Alright, he will move 1 and deal 2 damage to me, but I am first with my 11. So I'll just do a normal move and only move 1 space. And then attack with single out. I have this in my hand, so I can consume this to deal 5 damage. I'm also going to use my Venomous Fang, and do I want to use advantage here? I think so. I'm going to gain advantage. One more turn and I'm going to have to rest anyway. Alright, so I get advantage, so I get to roll twice. Take the better result. Hey, well there we go. Plus is the better result. So I get +1, and then move it now. Alright, so +1, so I do 6, but he blocks 1, so I do 5 damage to him. Oh, and I was poisoning him. Oh, he was already down to 4, so he's dead. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad either. Alright, so that was scenario 2. See ya, Bandit Guard. Keep wanting to look for where I read the result of the scenario, forgetting it's on the other side. Okay, standing on the other side of the street, before the towering, grumbling Garalev, the collector clears his throat. Honestly, it's best to avoid Button entirely. Very eccentric. I recommend sneaking in through a crack in the wall. Where was the collector? Oh yeah, that's the collector over there. Alright. Alright, Bruiser plays scenario 4, barging in. Others play scenario 3, in the walls. Wait, so if you were playing on Bruiser, do you just skip scenario 3? Well, I gotta do scenario 3. Scenario 4 is for Bruiser only. I'll just remove that from the deck. Wait. Oh, there it is. In the walls. So now I'm going to be on level 2. Oh, and I got, what are these new items I got? I got Drop of Power Potion. During your turn, add 1 extra damage to all of your attacks. The most I do is that one attack, throwing knives, where it hits 2 targets, right? 2 targets, so you could add 1 to each of those at best. But this is a single use one. Okay. Or drop of drop of clean water. During your turn, you can consume. Alright, so this is not a single use or one that you have to refresh. During your turn, you can consume ice or air to remove 1 negative condition. Well, I don't think I'm going to want either of those right now. I think I'll stick still with gain advantage. At level 2, I can still have 1 item. When I get to level 3, I can hold 2 of these. Or I can use 2 of them in a scenario. Alright, so we'll stick with Sparkling Skull Helm. This can go, and I'm level 2, so now I have 12 health. And I'm level 2, so now I have 12 health. And I need a level 2, where is it? Level 2 this, so this replaces that. So what happens here? A -1 becomes a +0. Still have a negate all damage, but now it's a little sooner. And then -1, -1, -1, -1. Okay, so 1 -1 became a +0. 1 -2 became a -1. All the neutrals are still +0, although one of them you get to poison. And then what about all these? These are still the same, just different order. Okay, so it added a little poison, and the negatives are not as bad. Level 3, then what happens? Ooh, level 3, there's one where on a negative you go invisible. Looks like that's, and one of the neutrals becomes +1. So it looks like those are the big changes. Oh, and another one of the -1s becomes a 0. Alright, whatever. Oops, I'm not on 3 yet. That's for later. I'm sure it'll be a few scenarios at level 2. Okay. Well, yeah, 1 or 2 more of these. Alright, scenario 3, in the walls. Unlike the rest of us, King Button hasn't been shrunk. The collector leads you to a small crack in the wall that is not nearly as small as you. He's the smallest imp you'll ever see, but in this place he's still a giant. Oh, so King Button, that was right here. So I'm guessing I'll be facing him. Alright, if he gets a minus initiative, that makes ice or earth element available to consume. Oh, but it won't be King Button yet. Monster Mouse. I guess I could read this thing first. Alright, the only monster will be mice. Oh, mice retaliate when you hit them. I guess whenever you strike them, they're able to bite you. Alright, let's see. Spent all his life being the runt, but now he gets to be the big man. And it's all gone to his uh-oh. A squeaking rises as a host of mice scurries toward you. This place has really fallen to disrepair. Alright, so that's it for story. I'm going to get a two-handed or a one-handed weapon. Well, this will be a shield. Or two-handed. During your melee attack, add 2 push. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be taking the shield. When I get that. Okay. How many? 3 mice. Three mice. Green, blue, purple. They seem to always be in that order. 9 health. Alright, green, blue, purple. Oh yes, also level 2, I can upgrade 1 of my cards. Speaking of cards, unfortunately these aren't the highest quality cards. They feel a little flimsy. Okay, so I can upgrade Smoke Bomb to Long Con. Let's see the differences. I feel like this is going to be the longest part of the game, is just choosing cards to upgrade. Alright, so with this, Long Con, it's you go invisible, you add 2 to your next attack while you're invisible instead of 1. It has Dark element available. Okay. and you control one adjacent enemy, move it 2, then that enemy gains disarm. Alright, so you can disarm an enemy. Okay, and then on the other side, throwing knives becomes serrated arrows, which gives you fire. Okay. Attacks for 3 damage, 2 targets within 3 range, and also wounds them. When they're wounded, they take 1 damage every time their turn starts. Alright, and then instead of negate the next source of damage you would suffer, you still get that, and if that source is an attack, also negate its added effects. Okay. Alright, so I like the serrated arrows. Hitting 2 targets for 3 damage and wounding them both? That sounds good. Ooh, the mice can wound you. Alright, so that's long con. That's one choice. Thief Snack can become Spring a Trap. Spring the Trap. Alright, so what does this do? Let's see. So the attack that just does 3 damage to an adjacent enemy instead of moving does that, and poisons and immobilizes. Okay. The next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 range, it suffers 3 damage. You still have that, but then you also get to attack for 2 damage within 3 range. Okay. Single Out becomes Open Wound. Attack for 4. If there's fire, you add 2 damage. If there's dark, you add a wound. Instead of just a dark, add 2 damage. Alright. Although that fire wouldn't be helpful at all until I also have Watch It Burn. No, not Watch It Burn, the other one I just saw. Serrated Arrows. Alright. So I think of those two, I prefer going with long con. So I'm just going to set that aside. So far that's what I like. Okay, Venom Shiv becomes Watch It Burn. Instead of 3, add poison. Oh, this one's completely different. Oh, actually no. Attack for 3 damage to all adjacent enemies. If there's... No. Yeah, okay. You add poison and wound to all your attacks. Attack for 3, all adjacent enemies. Oh, no. Alright, this is... Okay. You put this in your active space. Alright, you put it in your active space and you would add poison and wound to all your adjacent... to all attacks. Alright. And that'll make you always have fire available until you decide to take this away. Alright. And then attack for 3 all adjacent enemies. So, yeah, that's your action you're doing once. No, target on... Yeah, I assume this you're doing once. You're hitting all adjacent enemies for 3 damage, and then you can put this in your active zone as long as you want it there to add poison and wound to your attacks. Okay. I think that one could be a little clearer. Backstab becomes Gruesome Advantage. Attack. So let's see. Attack for 7 instead of 5 if you have invisible. If you're invisible, add 3 damage on fire or dark instead of just 2 for dark. So you deal 10 damage if you're invisible and have dark or fire. Single use. You lose it after that. Alright. Kind of like Watch It Burn. Yeah, I like both of those. So those are possibilities. And then quick reflexes can become Duelist Advance. Quick reflexes is move 2, then attack 3. Duelist Advance is attack for 2, move 3, attack 3. So if someone's already next to you, you can get 2 attacks in there. Or hit somebody adjacent, move next to somebody else, and hit that person. Or instead of move 4, you move 4, gain advantage on all your attacks this round. Okay. Heal for 5 instead of 3. And then this one where you can poison somebody next to you, you can attack for 2 and poison. Alright, so move 3, do a melee attack for 2 damage and poison instead of just poisoning someone. Yeah, I like that, but not as much as these other ones. So we're going to save both of those for later. So which one of these? get the serrated arrows or watch it burn. Which I think after serrated arrows, I'll probably get this next for a big damage maker. Oh, and also, alright, 85 on throwing knives becomes 95 on serrated arrows, but you're probably going last if you're using that anyway. And 12 would become 2, so, well, just, okay. Alright. These watch it burn. I feel like I want to make sure about what this means first. I'm pretty sure it's saying... Oh, they're off the screen. What am I doing? Not paying attention to how it looked for you. Alright, so... I should have been picking them up this whole time. Alright. So yeah, Venom Shiv. The two I like is our Venom Shiv could become Watch It Burn. And I'm pretty sure this is saying attack all adjacent enemies once for 3 damage, and then also you put this in your active space and add poison and wound to all your attacks, and you have fire to consume. So you get that instead of Venom Shiv, which was just attack for 3 and poison 1. So I'm pretty sure that's what this is saying. And you go very slow. Oh, and then I didn't even pay attention to this one. If you use this to move instead, you can move 5 spaces and wound all adjacent enemies. Okay, so, I mean, that sounds like a huge upgrade. Although so far I've never had more than 1 adjacent enemy, but that can change. Plus you can just make sure you're in the position to have more than 1 adjacent enemy. Okay, and then backstab upgrades to gruesome advantage. Single use and then you lose it, but you're doing lots of damage. Extra 3 if you have invisible, another extra 3 if you have fire or dark to consume. But since I want to be exactly clear on what this means, actually, you know what? There was a FAQ or something in here. Quick reference. I think there was some, appendix items. I thought there were some clarifications on stuff in the rules online. Scenario details on. I swear when I looked online before I saw some clarifications. Quick reference. Huh. Items. Important reminders, no. Monster turn guide, component inventory. Completed scenario, lost scenario, ending a scenario, end of round. Huh. I swear I saw some clarifications. Maybe it was in the in here. But I saw some clarifications on something. I wouldn't think so because this is very bare bones. Well, what am I thinking of then? Okay. Well then, I'll look this up later, try to figure out exactly. So I'll just not do this one yet. I will instead upgrade throwing knives to serrated arrows. So that when I use this, I'll instead attack 2 targets within 3 range for 3 damage and wound them. I like that. And Smoke Bomb becomes Long Con. I can go invisible just like this, but I get to add 1 extra damage if I attack while invisible, and well, for 1 attack, but then also this gives me dark element. Yeah, I guess I'll do that one. Alright, so this one is replacing Smoke Bomb. Then when I go to level 3, then I can get one of the other ones, and I'll probably get that, whatever it was. The other one I liked. Alright. Watch it burn. Okay, so Silent Knife. Okay, so for scenario 3. Alright, so I have these 4. I have these 4 cards available. Okay, so the mice, what do? They can go with 6, 19, or 46 initiative. On 6, they'll move 2, attack 1, and retaliate 1, and wound. So if I do a melee attack on a mouse, it will retaliate for 1 damage. And wound me. Well, wait, does the wound go? Yeah, the wound goes with retaliate. Alright, so the regular attack doesn't do anything, but if the mice have already taken their turn, then they have retaliate 1 with wound. So if I go before the mouse, it won't retaliate and wound me. If I go after the mouse, it will. And I guess long con now is 2, so that would go. That one would go before a mouse. Nothing else would go before the mice if they get the minus. On neutral, they move 3 and attack for 2 damage. On plus, they attack for 1, then move 2, then attack for 2 with 2 pierce. So that'll ignore shields. I don't have any shielding, so that part doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, and then they always retaliate for 1. So just on a 6, that makes it retaliate 2 and wound. So every time I hit them with a melee attack, they will bite me back. So this is definitely going to be a good time for serrated arrows. Ranged attack and wound. Alright. Now the most they move is 3. If they move 3, let's see, green will go first, and 3 would be in range to hit me and trap me over there. I think at the very least, I want just one of them attacking me at a time. So if I'm here, or here, or here, any of these are good, because there are obstacles in the way. What does this spiderweb do? Purple space, that just means it takes, I think 2 to move into there instead. It says somewhere. Pretty sure that's what that means. I mean, it's a spider web. That's something that could slow you down. This book is... You know what? I don't think it even says in there, because that doesn't happen in the first scenario. It only tells you stuff that can happen in the first scenario. Okay. Going back to the online rules. Yes, purple is difficult terrain. It requires 2 movement points to enter it. Unless you jump or fly. Alright. Now I assume that would include the mice. A figure requires 2 movement points to enter difficult terrain hex, except in flying or jumping. It doesn't say anything about monsters avoiding it. Maybe it does somewhere else when it talks specifically about monsters, but I don't think so. Wouldn't make a difference though. If this one's trying to get to me, whether it moves here for 2 or tries to go, that's still quicker than moving around. Alright, so what do I want to do? I don't want to move close enough that the 2 of them can come attack me. right now. This is 2 spaces away. That's 4. Do I have any... do I want to get my serrated arrows ready to go? Well, if I use long con, I'm going first. Or at least I can go first. I could also use Thief's Knack. I could move over here. Could move over there and use this so that when this moves toward me, it'll take damage. And then it'll move down here to attack me, but then the other ones, and it's going first, then the other two, since they have no path to get to me, they won't even move. Okay. Now, I could move here instead. I can move 4 and then control one adjacent enemy, move it 2, so I can move this one onto the hazard to give it 1 damage and poison it. And then that also disarms it so it can't attack me. But then the blue mouse, yeah, no matter what, the blue mouse is going to be able to get to me and attack me. It'll move over here. So I don't think that's worth it. Because then also I have 2 close to me. Although, then on a future turn, I could move back a little bit and hit both of them with my serrated arrows. However, and wound them both. However, they'll probably... This is really my only good chance of going first. Let's see, this one also goes, well, goes before 2 of their moves. Yeah. 2 is the only way I know I'm going first. The 11, probably going first. Anything else probably going last, or definitely going last. Alright, so... Alright, you know what? Here, let's do this. There. Ooh, I need alcohol. Ah, tasty. Okay, yeah, we'll use these 2. And do what I said the first time. Alright, so we'll save these for later. Roll their initiative. Minus, okay, so I'm going first. And yeah, extra retaliate and wound on a retaliate, except I will not be doing a melee attack after the mice move because I'm moving first. I'm not doing a melee attack anyway. Alright, so yeah, I'm moving over to here, and I don't get to control any enemies because they have to be adjacent, so that part does nothing. And then I'm activating Thief's Knack, so next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 range, it suffers 3 damage. Alright, so that's my turn, and now we go green, blue, purple. Green will move 2 spaces. It suffers 3 damage when it got within 2, so it's down to 6. And then it attacks me for just 1. And then after that, yeah, there's no path to get to me because of the obstacles. Oh wait, no. They can get to me because they can go move through this mouse to go down here. Wait, hang on. Maybe I stay here, because if the mouse comes down here, then they'll just sit there. Although it won't get that far. But Thief's Knack won't trigger yet because this is already within 2. So even if it moves 1, 2, it's each time it was 2 spaces away. But if it moves there, well, once it gets here, then there is no path to me. So they still move this turn. Nah, I'll do what I said the first time. Alright. So I'll just move to there. Because they can move through each other. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Alright, so he's attacking for 1. And gets, +1. Alright, so he hits me for 2. And then blue does move, so the other two try to move 2 spaces. So this one will move 2 onto there, and that's it. And then this one will move to there. Okay. Oh, and then this activated, so now this goes back to my hand, and those get turned over to the B side, and now we're on the next one. Alright, so this time I will not get to go first. Well, maybe I'll go first if I use single out. I don't want to use that though because I don't have any dark element. I didn't forget anything on that, did I? Okay. It's on the other side of these. There's dark. And both of these deal extra damage with dark, although that's a single use. But quick reflexes. Well, no, that's move and attack. Where's my one that... Ah, yeah, that one. Thief's Neck has the attack in the move side of it, which I might have just pointed to off screen again. Alright, let's see. So he's not poisoned or anything yet. Serrated arrows, I need enemies within 3. Blue is not within 3, although he should be after... when it gets to my turn, unless I choose this one, I need to do one of the... Well, no. I either need to do... It doesn't really matter what I do right now. I mean, if I use both of these, they go away, and then I have these 2 cards twice. Alright, what do we want to do here? So move. This one I move and I negate the next source of damage I would suffer. If that source is an attack, also negate its added effects. Okay. No, I don't want to do this because I'm saving... Oh, no. Blue's going to move within range. If I make sure I go after them, blue will be within range for serrated arrows. So this can hit both of them, green and blue, for 3 damage each. And then I need to use... I would rather use one of these. Which one has darkness? That one. So if I use these 2... serrated arrows, this one I would just be using... Oh, no. I would just be using to move. Well, yes. So I'm doing this attack, this action, so I'd be using this to move. I could even move back over here so that only one enemy can hit me at a time. Let them come to me. Yeah, alright, these 2. And we'll go... Highest on the mice for initiative is 46, so either one I pick, I'm going last. Alright, mice initiative. Wait, is this right? Yeah, they attacked me. I have not attacked yet. Plus, okay, ooh, 2 attacks. Didn't want that. Okay, so they're going to attack me 2 times. Attack for 1, then move 2, then attack for 2. So this one's going to do that. It's not going to move at all. It's just going to attack me and then attack me. And blue will just move down closer to me, so will purple. Okay. Would rather have had the minus again. Oh well. Alright, so this was the worst one. That's okay. So they go first, and green, then blue, then purple. Green. Alright, so it is attacking for 1. with a modifier of +0, so it hits me for 1. Then does the move, then attacks again with 2 pierce, but I have no shield, so that doesn't matter. Oh, and it was down here now. And then this one gets a +1, so he hits me for 3. And then it moves down again. Alright, so I'm down to 6. Okay, that's it for him. Blue moves 2. Purple moves 2, which... well, I guess we'll just move the 1. Well, could go there instead for 2. That does actually make it slightly closer movement point wise, so okay, it goes there. Alright, now it's my turn. Well, yes, we'll do move and then serrated arrows. So I'm going to move over here. Serrated arrows, I attack for 3 damage, 2 targets within 3 range, and wound them both. And what am I on? I'm on the top here. I should do advantage this turn because I could have a negate damage next time. So yes, I will also use my Sparrow Skull Helm during your attack, gain advantage. Alright, so I will attack, well, both times positive is +1, so it doesn't really matter. We'll say I'm attacking in green first. So plus, well, I get advantage, so I roll it twice, but I got, alright, I got a plus the first time, so I do 4 damage and wound. Okay, so down to 2, and every turn, at the start of the turn, that mouse will take 1 damage. Or at the start of its turn, it'll take 1 damage. Alright, and then blue, I'm down on the next one. Still have advantage, I got minus, ooh, don't get minus again. Okay, neutral, so I do 3 damage and wound it. Okay, so this is now in the discard. And this one goes over to B. Well, yeah, because that's the end of the round. Alright, so now I have these. I have to use this so I don't waste a turn, and then one of these. Oh, and I needed to move that again. Alright, so I have 60, 11, and 38. If I use the 11, I could go first. Although that'll really be a waste. That mouse is already poisoned. I could just hang back. I could heal instead. So I could heal and then, well, not really move anywhere. So if I heal instead, what's going to happen is, well, this mouse will move down here and attack me, but it'll also take 1 hit, so now it's down to 1. And then, so if I heal and do that, so this will go away, and this will flip over to here, and then I'll have, well, I'll probably be going last. So the mouse will come, hit me, I'll heal for 3, and then next turn I'll have these 2. I could do this one as my, for initiative, so that I go last, and then this mouse will die when it starts its next turn. And then, well, blue will come attack me, but then I can do a big attack on blue. No, I can't. No, I won't, because this will be gone. I won't have darkness anymore. Alright, so I don't want to do that. Oops, that's not on that side, that's on that side. If I use Venom Shiv and this... No, not that. If I use these 2... Actually, I feel like I'm not going to really get to use the darkness. Well, I don't really want to use the darkness for this because then I'll lose the card. I do not want to lose the card. And if I'm killing off that green one, no way I can poison the blue one. Well, it also depends on when they go. Alright, let's see. Attack for 3 and poison. Move. Heal. Maybe my best bet is just sitting here and healing. You know, it'll basically negate this mouse's attack this turn, and then next turn it'll be gone. Blue mouse will attack me, and then I'll be resting after that. Yeah, this stinks because this is the attack I want to do by making use of this, but if I use this now, I can't hit the blue mouse, and this is just a complete waste on the green mouse. But there's no way for me to get to the green mouse. Alright, what's my other item? I can add poison to a melee attack. If I use these two, then I'll have these. Well, I could do the heal next turn. And then when I rest, I could heal some more, or maybe do a short rest. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm going to do these two. Now, do I want to go early? Ooh. Also, if they roll 6 initiative, then they'll have 2 retaliate and wound me if I attack. So if they get a minus, really I'm just going to want to hang back and let the green one kill itself, in which case I will want to heal. So, you know what, I think I'm actually going to do that. So I'll just move and heal, probably. Alright, so that was saved for later. I'm doing these two. And what do they get? Oh, they got 46. Ah, that's too bad. Well, since I have this, I'm going to go ahead and heal. Oh, actually, okay, so this is not too bad a time for that. I'm not adjacent to him, so he doesn't get the first attack. He'll move, then attack. Alright. So I'm actually first. So I will, well, I'm not going to actually do any moving. Oh, I could move. No, I don't want to poison the green one. That doesn't do him any good. So no, I'll just do the heal for 3 and not do anything with this card. Alright, healing for 3. Okay, so that was it for me. And then green one does attack, move. Oh, first it takes 1 damage because of its wound. So it is down to 1. Then it attacks. Well, it attacks, moves down here, attacks, or it tries to attack but fails, moves down here and attacks for 2. Okay, with modifiers -1 and +2. Alright, 0. So it hits me for 2. So I'm back down to 7. Okay, and then now there's no path to me to attack, so the other 2 are not going to move. They just sit there. And that's it. Alright, so this goes to discard. This gets flipped over to B. And then this is the last turn I get before I have to rest. Now, I want to go last so that... Yeah, if I go last, green will kill itself. Oh, blue didn't move, but it did take a wound damage. Alright, so if I do this, green, they'll go before me, green will kill itself, but then blue will come down and attack me. And then I will be able to... well, just do an attack for 3. But I can add poison to it, which really won't make any difference. Well, alright, we're doing that. And I did not move this. Okay, next it's their initiative minus. Okay, so they got 6. Well, now I don't really want to attack. Alright, well, green goes and kills itself with the wound. Well, doesn't really kill itself. The wound kills it. And now that it's out of the way, now blue's going. And blue will move to attack for just 1. Oh, this is a great time for double damage. That would be 2. And then also gets an extra retaliate 1 with a wound. So if I attack him, I get wounded. And I take 2 damage. Ugh. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to attack. But... oh, and this won't help either. I could turn on retaliate, but that's till the end of the round. So it won't do anything. Shoot. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end up doing nothing. Alright, but anyway, he comes down here, he attacks for 1. And then purple's just going to sit there because he has no path to me. Alright, so blue attacks for 1 with a modifier of +1. Same as double damage in that case, so he hits me for 2. So I'm at 5. And I have no dark element that I can consume. Because I could kill him. So the retaliate doesn't kick in if I kill him. But, and where am I? The best I can do is, you know, if I'm lucky, I deal 4 damage. Can't kill him. If I had darkness, I could probably kill him. So I can't kill him. So if I hit him for 3 damage, I can poison him. Put him down to 2 with poison, but the poison's meaningless at that point because of the wound. But he will hit me for another 2 damage, and I will take a wound. Although the wound will go away as soon as I heal, which I'm going to do... I'm going to be resting. Well, if I do a long rest, I'll heal. If I do a short rest, I do not heal. So that's true. The wound will go away. Yeah, no, I'm going to attack him. And then he can have a wound, kill himself. Yeah, okay. Alright, so it doesn't... well, no, I'm doing this attack, and then this one I'm just using for a regular move, but I'm not going anywhere. So all I'm doing is this attack, 3 damage. I don't have darkness element to add. I'm adding... well, I may as well add poison to the attack, because I'm about to... now, which way did I rotate it? I rotated it that way. I'm just about to rest, so I'll get both those items back. Alright, so I'm adding poison. And I got neutral, so +0. Alright, so I did 3 damage. He's down to 2. But what's going to happen is, during my long rest, he's going to attack me, but he'll take 1 damage because of the wound. And then on the next turn, well, I'll let him go first, and he'll kill himself. Alright, so now all these come back to my hand, get flipped over to A, but I have to choose 1 to discard. Or not to discard, I have to choose 1 to lose. Just a second. Alright. I have to choose 1 to lose. Let's lose. Because of the retaliate they do, I like Thief Snack so that they take damage when they get close to me. Yeah, Yeah, because purple will have to move to me. Okay. I want to keep that. Thief Knack also has the attack without moving. Venom Shiv had a backstab. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get rid of Venom Shiv. Alright, well, so that's in the lost pile. So I don't have that anymore for the rest of the scenario. Okay. I heal for 2. And then that's going to be my hand for later. I'm at initiative 99. Their initiative is... Did I forget to move something on here? No, their last attack... I didn't... I attacked, I did not move this. There. Alright. Their initiative is... Oh, perfect. Got the minus again, so this is where they only attack for 1 damage. And then the extra retaliate doesn't matter. I'm resting, so I'm not attacking. Alright, so blue is going to attack... blue goes first, attacks me, first takes 1 wound damage, so he's down to 1. And then he's going to attack me for 1 damage with these modifiers. -1. He didn't even hurt me. Okay, so I took 0, and then purple won't move because there's no path to me. So, okay. So that's it for that round. Okay, so now, next round, I have these 3 available. I want to go after them, so I'm going to do quick reflexes. That way blue kills himself, but I also want to turn on Thief's Knack. Ooh, disarming an enemy. That would be good too. Oh, so next turn I'll be able to... If I let the mouse come to me, then move to the mouse, he'll take 3 damage. Then I move to the mouse and I disarm him. Ooh. Alright. So I'm using these 2 and I'm doing 64, so that I'll go last. What's their initiative? Alright, they got neutral, they got 19, move 3, attack 2. You know, that is perfect, I think. Actually, I guess, yeah, no, that's perfect. Oh no, that's not perfect. That's the worst. That ruins my Thief's Knack. Thief's Knack sounds too much like Thief's Snack. Alright. Yeah, that is ruining that, because what's going to happen is blue goes first, but as soon as he activates, he dies because the wound kills him. So purple will move, now that blue's not in the way. Purple says, now I see a path to get to you, and we'll move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and then try to attack for 2, but not adjacent to me. And that ruins Thief's Knack, because now I can't activate this. It says the next time an enemy enters a hex within 2 range, it suffers 3 damage, but this is already... Oh, wait a minute. No, it doesn't say when the enemy closes to 2. It just says enters a hex within 2 range. So this would be entering a hex within 2 range. No, this is fine. Doesn't ruin it. I'm looking at this thinking, oh, he's already within 2, so it's not going to activate. No, it just says enters a hex. See, I was interpreting it as the next time an enemy closes to 2 spaces from you, but that's not what it says. Alright, so I'll turn on Thief's Knack, my Thief Snack, and then all I can do on here is move. I will not move. I'm just going to chill. Yeah, chill right here. Alright, so that stays because it hasn't activated yet. This gets flipped over, so now I have these 2, and I want to go last again because I want the mouse to move to activate that. So I'll have these 2. Well, I have to use these. These are the only ones in my hand. I think I could take this back to my hand and flip it over if I wanted, but I don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm using these 2. I want 38 so that hopefully I go last. I could heal myself if I want. Oh, when I rested I was supposed to get these back. Wrong way. That way, that way. And Long Con is the one that has serrated arrows. Alright, so I'll have this next turn. Alright, so I'm doing these two. Yeah, I want 38. We'll figure out what we're doing next because we have to do the mouse first. I don't want a plus. I want him to go first. Oh, got a plus. I go first. That's too bad. Because now if I move up next to him to hit him, then Thief's Knack won't activate. Let's see, I can go invisible. No, I don't want to do that. If I go invisible, this will go here, and then I won't have any cards. So then I'd have to take these both back, and it would just be wasted. Well, it would prevent the mouse from attacking me this turn. So I could go invisible. I don't want to do that. Control. Oh, I can move 4, control 1 adjacent enemy, move 2. That enemy gains disarm. I can go disarm him, and then he won't do either one of those attacks. All right. Okay. Yeah. No, this works. Or I can move over and poison him. No, I'll disarm him instead. If I move over here, I can move him into the hazard. That'll give him 1 damage. I can disarm him. Then also he will be away from me, so then when he moves to me, Thief's Knack will activate. And I can heal myself. If I poison, then no, I don't want to go invisible. So no, I want to do it this way. So yes, I will move. I'm going to move 4. Well, I'll move 3. I mean, I'll move 2. I think I just want to go to here. Yeah, I just want to go to here. And then control 1 adjacent enemy, move 2. So he goes there, takes 1 damage from the hazard. He gets disarmed, so he will not attack. Yeah. Where's the disarm? There was 1. Disarm. Alright, so he's disarmed. He won't attack me this turn. Or he won't attack me his next turn. And then I will heal myself for 3. And that's it. 10. Okay, Mouse's turn. He tries to attack for 1. He can't do that because he's disarmed. He moves 2. He does still move toward me. I'm going to have him move here, so that if I want, I have a path to run away. And then he doesn't get to attack because he's disarmed. Oh, and Thief's Knack kicked in when he attacked, so alright, that's now flipped over to there. It was just he suffers 3 damage, right? Yes. Alright, so he's down to 5. And then after his turn, disarm goes away. I've only made 3 attacks so far this whole scenario. I'm letting them kill themselves. Right, so that was it. So this is now discarded. And this is over on the B side. So last turn before I have to rest again. But I should be able to just take care of him now. Unfortunately, I don't have any darkness. With 11, I'll probably go first. Yeah, I don't have any darkness, so this will only deal 3 damage. But I'd rather wound him. I can move 5 spaces. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can move up to there, and then serrated arrows, I can hit him. I'll be 3 spaces away from here. So I can hit him for 3 and wound him, and then he's going to try to go all the way. He's not going to be able to get to me. So unless he goes first, this will just about do it. And I can gain advantage, maybe just kill him with the serrated arrows. Alright, single out. I have 11 for my initiative. How about the mouse? Mouse gets 6. You know what, this is fine, because he's going to hit me for 1 damage. He's not going to move because he's already next to me. He's going to hit me for 1 damage plus modifier. I feel like maybe this should be up here. I don't know. It's fine where it is. Those two are at least the same, and this is probably his last attack. Alright, so he'll attack me for 1, and then he gets extra retaliate. That's okay, because I'm going to hit him with a ranged attack, and then he won't get to retaliate. Alright, so his attack -1, so he does 0. Alright, and then my turn. So he now has Retaliate 2, and wounds me if I attack him. Which... oh no, earlier I was thinking of attacking that one mouse when he had Retaliate, but I healed instead. Yeah. I think. Whatever it was right before I rested, so if I had a wound, it would have gone away. I don't think I was supposed to take any more damage than I did. Whatever. It's fine. Alright, so now I get this, so I will move 5. 1, 2, 2 into there for 4, 5. I'm 3 spaces away from him. I will use my serrated arrows, and then when he moves, he will avoid the hazard, so he will try to go around. So it's 1, 2, 4 to get to me through the web. Well, 4 either way to get to me, and he can't move that far. So next turn, he's not going to do anything, although I'll be resting, probably a short rest. Oh, I should just gain advantage right now when I used my serrated arrow. I'm giving him a wound, so if I don't kill him, if I'm using advantage, so if I get +2, he's dead. If I don't kill him, then the wound will get to him soon enough. Alright, so I have advantage on my attack with my serrated arrows, so I get to roll twice. Well, there's my plus. He's dead. And I got neutral with the other one. Alright, you're dead, mouse. Silent Knife victorious again. And what's the end of that scenario? And then we'll call it a night. Scenario 3, in the walls. Yeah. Defeat all monsters. Done. You know what? I didn't pay attention to the first 2 ones. Yeah, they both said defeat all monsters, I would assume. Okay. You emerge from the crack on the other side of the wall to find a crowd has gathered to investigate the sounds. At the front is a very large, or very small, depending on perspective, imp carried on a button throne. Capture the intruders, King Button roars. Play scenario 5, Button's Arena. Yeah, 4 was the one for just the bruiser. Which, if I had played the bruiser one, I would still go to play scenario 5, Button's Arena. Alright, well, that's 3 scenarios. Ooh, and what are my new items I got here? I got a 2-handed weapon, Spring Hammer. During your melee attack, add to push. So if I do that, then I can't also have my Venomous Fang, because this one requires both hands, or in my other hand I can put Button Shield. During an enemy's attack, gain 1 shield, block 1 damage, and then you can refresh it every time you do a long rest. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. So now I have everything I can carry into battle for the next battle, but I'm going to do that another night. Oh, and the next one will be, let's see, how long is it until level 3? Oh, only a couple. Oh, and this one's a just for the Mind Thief, so yeah, 2 more and then it's level 3. So the next one will be Scenario 5, Button's Arena. Monsters, Rending Beetle, Arena Sorcerer, and King Button. 3 new enemies. Okay, but that's it for now. So, little tiny box. Yeah, I just love the way that it looks. Exactly like the, well, not exactly like the Gloomhaven box, but proportionately it looks just like the Gloomhaven box. But it's tiny. Alright, so I'm calling it a night. That's it for Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. If I can find the off switch. Ah, there it is. Aloha.